Hello, and welcome to Aquatic Science Adventures, where we show you fun, educational, and easy aquatic science experiments you can do at home. If you have a child stuck at home during this period of social distancing, we know that it can be difficult to find activities that are engaging, educational, and practical for your young scientist, but we can help. My name is Katrina, and I am the camp administrator for the Aquatic Science Adventure Camp at Texas State University's Edwards Aquifer Research and Data Center, and I am excited to present Bioassessment. Today's video will be part 1 in our series on conducting a bioassessment. In this first video, I will show you how to catch and identify your specimen. Next week, I will show you how to calculate your data to find the biotic index value, which will tell us about the health of your selected aquatic habitat. For today, we are going to conduct a simple survey for aquatic insects and other macroinvertebrates in water bodies around your home, and show you how to record your data. The data we collect today will be used in next week's video. You can use this activity to introduce aquatic biology concepts like aquatic macroinvertebrate. An organism that lives in water is big enough to see with the naked eye and does not have a spine. Bioindicator, an animal that, by being present or absent somewhere, tells us something about the quality of that habitat. Bioassessment, the process of using biological surveys and other direct measurements of the animals that live there. Riparian buffer, native plants that grow along the edges of streams and lakes and help protect water quality. Surface water is important not only as a habitat for aquatic plants and animals, but it also supports human health and recreation. Unfortunately, a lot of the pollution that happens on land is carried into our local lakes and streams by wind and rainwater runoff. We will be collecting live aquatic bugs, and while most are harmless, a few of the larger species can bite, pinch, or sting, so always use caution when handling them. And because all of these species play a role in the aquatic environment, we will want to take good care of them, handling them gently and releasing them back into the wild as quickly as possible. Water quality can be impacted by natural and human-induced stressors. What are some natural ways in which water quality can be impacted? Floods, erosion, even animals trampling stream bottoms are all natural events that can impact water quality. What about man-made water quality issues? Waste, farm animal manure, runoff from roads, pesticides and insecticides, and even pollutants we can't see, like pharmaceuticals or heavy metals. Because aquatic creatures are constantly surrounded by water in their lives, they respond to their changing aquatic environment. As water quality increases or decreases, the populations of aquatic species can also increase or decrease in response. Although aquatic biologists can classify aquatic organisms in many different ways, depending on how they respond to pollution, for this example, we can think of aquatic species belonging to 3 categories: those that are tolerant to pollution, some that are sensitive to pollution, and some that are in between or intermediate. So by looking at aquatic invertebrates that are living in a body of water and noting the relative proportion of population-sensitive and pollution-tolerant species that are present, biologists can use those invertebrates to measure the health of an aquatic ecosystem through a bioassessment. For this activity, you will need a tray or plastic container to hold live invertebrates that you find, an aquarium net, a magnifying glass, a pen or pencil, a key to help you identify the aquatic macroinvertebrates that you find. You can find a link to a free key in the description below. Print off the key to aquatic animals as well as the biotic index data sheet. The Biotic Index datasheet is meant to record the animals that you find and the data associated with them. Optional material includes soft forceps or a toothbrush for collecting insects from the underside of rocks. Your fingers work okay too. Once you have your materials, you will head out to a nearby body of water. This could be a nearby pond, river, lake, or even a shoreline. It is important to always be aware of your surroundings when visiting habitats of local wildlife. So before starting your bioassessment, take a look around you to identify potential threats like snakes or wasp nests. Remember, you are entering their home, so respecting their space is safer for you and for them. Once you have identified personal threats, spend some time identifying potential pollution threats to the river. Look for sources of pollution and make predictions about the water quality of your body of water based on your observations. Finally, you are ready to start your bioassessment. First, put a little water into your tray and be sure to keep your tray in the shade, as sunlight can make the water hot, potentially harming your invertebrates. Spend about half an hour or so using your net to capture any critters you can for further observation. If you're having a great time in the outdoors, feel free to stay as long as you want. Field work is one of the best parts of being an aquatic biologist. Once you have collected your invertebrates, use the key you have printed out to identify the animals. Be sure to look closely to count the number of legs or wings or tails your specimens have, as they are the characteristics we use to determine what critter we are observing. When you identify a critter, use the Biotic Index datasheet provided to annotate your findings. The first column on your datasheet is the name of the species you have determined after using the key. The second column is the tolerance level of that particular species, which can also be determined using the key provided. The third column is the number of specimen you captured of that specific species. And the fourth column is your product. Product is the tolerance level times the number of specimen. If you would like to skip ahead, feel free to click the link below to better understand how to calculate for your bio index value. I hope you had fun collecting aquatic bugs today. This concludes this week's video of Aquatic Science Adventures. Tune in next week for the second part of our bioassessment, where we will be calculating the biotic index value, as well as showing you the importance of these aquatic habitat assessments. Until next time, consider observing diverse aquatic habitats in your area, repeating this process each time. We here at the Edwards Aquifer Research and Data Center are passionate about sharing information about aquatic habitats, and we are glad to know you are too. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to our channel, give us a thumbs up below, and share with your friends. If you have any questions about the activity, please email us at eardc_education@txstate.edu. Thank you for joining us on Aquatic Science Adventures. Have a wet and wild day.